Everyone talks about personal growth, personal development like it is a beautiful, empowering thing, including myself. But what is often not talked about is that it could also be lonely and honestly confusing. Welcome to episode 7 of No Edits, Just Liz. As you continue your personal growth journey, there is a few hard truths that you have to accept. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about 5 things that I wish I would have known sooner. When you are growing, more often than not everyone is meant to come with you. This can be such a difficult thing to experience because you view your friendships, your connections, your relationships as a lifetime connection. So when you start changing, you realize that maybe not everyone around you is going to meet you where you want to be. And that is okay. You are realigning yourself to the version that you are trying to step into. When you are reinventing yourself, your habits, your actions, your priorities, your mindset, they will change. You will only fully become and step into the new version of yourself when you let go of your past self, which is a perfect segue to hard truth number 2, letting go of your past self. Goodbye, adios. If I may share, this was one of the strangest phases of my growth journey, mostly because of the different emotions that I was experiencing. Feeling unsure, but also feeling confident. Feeling sad, but also feeling joy. It was a very, very strange feeling to feel these different emotions at the same time. I was stepping into the version of myself that I was creating. To make that change, you have to start taking action towards that change. And at first, it will feel uncomfortable and very unfamiliar to you, but you keep going. You keep pushing through because you know what you want. You know your why. You know why you're doing this. Within months, you start to see an actual change within yourself. The new habits, the new mindset, the new experiences that you were once looking for, you are now living them. When you are in that in-between phase of where you are letting go of your past self, but you are still not fully exactly where you want to be, but you are in the path, you are closer than you have ever been before. What I personally experienced that was really strange, I started feeling like, is this fake? I started to feel like I was living in a different reality because my mind was so used to the thoughts that I used to have, the low self-confidence, the low self-esteem. That is the way that I would navigate my day-to-day. Now that my habits started to change, that I had a different routine, that my environment was changing as well, but most importantly, my mindset was changing, it was really strange for me. I felt like I was living in a different reality. Sometimes I felt like I was looking at myself in the mirror and I didn't know who that person was. I'm not gonna lie, I was happy because I knew that the work that I was putting in, it was starting to show and I was starting to see the difference, but it was strange. It was a strange feeling. It was not familiar. And unfortunately, at times when you start feeling really uncomfortable and things aren't familiar, you start going to what is comfortable, and what is comfortable is your old self, your old habits. But you have to continue to push forward. You have to continue to believe that this is the path that you are wanting to take, the changes that you are seeing in your life. You are getting one step closer to the version of yourself that you are creating. It's a weird experience. It's uncomfortable. Know in your heart that you are doing the right things. Hard truth number 3. It wasn't so much of a hard truth. It was more of a realization that has changed the game for me. Understanding and knowing that forgiveness is for you. What does that mean? To move forward, you require letting go of any resentment, disappointment, anger that you feel from past experiences. A lot of us think that forgiveness is for the other person, but in reality, forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is to set you free from the resentment that you feel. Imagine this. You are walking around with a backpack full of pain, full of disappointment, full of anger, full of resentment. As you carry that backpack, you feel a weight on you, and it is preventing you from really, really full charge stepping into the best version of yourself because you are holding on to all that weight that only is affecting you. It is not affecting the other person. It is affecting you. It is weighing you down. And as much as you adjust it, you are still carrying that weight. Realize that resentment is not meant to be carried forever. It keeps you stuck in the past while very likely the other person has already moved on. The moment you realize that, the moment you are going to have your breakthrough. Feeling true forgiveness doesn't mean that you are excusing the bad behavior, the hurt that someone caused in your life. It doesn't mean that now they get to come back into your life. Forgiveness truly means that you are releasing the pain that is holding you back and that you are allowing yourself to move forward without that baggage. One of the hardest things to do, you have to forgive yourself for the things that you didn't know, for allowing things that you wouldn't allow now, that you didn't know better in that time. Forgiveness for yourself is probably the most important thing that you need to do when you are going on this journey. If you feel that your past was rough, that you were always trying to get ahead, instead of taking one step forward, you took 3 steps back. You experienced pain, you experienced disappointment. When you are changing and when you start to be grateful and you start feeling a sense of abundance, you start to feel more confident, you start to feel more secure within yourself. Accepting the good can be a little bit difficult because remember, your subconscious is comfortable in your old self. Your subconscious is comfortable in the negative thoughts that you used to believe. So when you start experiencing good, this is an unfamiliar area for you. So accepting the good that is coming into your life may not come as easy as you think. I challenge you to accept it, to embrace it, to really feel it. And the more that you do, the more that you are grateful for what you have now, even though you're working towards more. If you are grateful for what you have now, the abundance is going to come to you. You are going to feel grateful. You are going to feel happy for what you have right now. You are showing the higher power. I am grateful for what I have now, and I know that you are preparing me for what is to come. It is not as easy, but I challenge you to step into that mindset of good things happen to me because I am a good person. Good things are happening to me. I am experiencing abundance because I am stepping into the better version of myself, because I am abundant. I am powerful. I am here for a purpose. Accept the beautiful things that life is going to start rewarding you with. And lastly, and shouldn't be a surprise, when you start this journey, it is a never-ending journey. Once you start to adapt that growth mindset, you will always have that growth mindset. You might experience ups and downs. Once you tap in to that better version of yourself, you are not going to let it go. So I leave you with this. On days that are hard, on weeks that are hard, know that you have the power to tap into the best version of yourself. Once you experience it, you are not letting it go. And I speak that from personal experience. Once I started to feel better, once I started to feel more confident, and once I started to step into the version of me that I desired, I was not going to go back to the insecure, anxious, depressed, self-sabotaging version of myself. There is no way. Yes, I have ups and downs, but I will always come back to being on this path. Those are the 5 things that I wish that I would have known. And this is not to push you away from this path. Know that this is just part of the journey. I love sitting down and talking to you about becoming the best versions of ourselves. I feel that we find community and connection of like-minded people. The more that you feel empowered to continue your journey and to continue to see creating the life that you love, the life that you desire. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I will see you in the next one. Bye.